Today's infantrymen are trained to face the challenges of the changing world. The soldiers graduating today have mastered the basic skills necessary to become infantrymen in the United States Army and stand ready to defend this great nation against all enemies. Organized under authority of a proclamation issued May 4, 1864, by President Abraham Lincoln. On March 15, 1862, the partially organized regiment joined the Army of Ohio and occupied positions in Nashville, Tennessee. Shortly after activation, the regiment fought heroically on the battlefield of Chickamauga, Tennessee. The firmness of the 14th Corps on that disastrous field of Chickamauga was all that saved a terrible defeat from becoming a hopeless rout. Stationed on the left of the General Thomas line, 18th Infantry again bore the brunt of the fiercest assault. From early morning until late afternoon on September 20th, the shock and carnage were as close and deadly as men could make them. When their ammunition was exhausted, the men were told to use their bayonets and hold their ground, and they did hold until the Union Army was safely through McFarland's Gap. Its heroic stand against overwhelming odds on September 20th, 1863, won for the 19th Infantry its proud appellation, the Rock of the Chickamauga. The colors of the 19th Infantry are decorated with the streamers of 12 campaigns, and the regiment has participated with distinction in 86 battles and engagements. The 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry, was established on 15 May 1917 and organized on 16 June 1917 at Chickamauga Park, Georgia. During World War I, the battalion saw service from the Vosges Mountains to the Argonne Forest and back to the south of France, earning the famous mailed foot crest. In 1942, the 54th Armored Infantry, an element of the 10th Armored Division, was a key element in the relief of Bastogne. Elements of the regiment participated in many campaigns in Vietnam and earned a meritorious unit citation. On 28 August 1987, the 2nd Battalion was transferred to the United States Army Training and Doctrine Command at Fort Benning, Georgia. Today, the 2nd Battalion is the only remaining battalion of the 54th Regiment and the proud custodian of its regimental color. The distinctive unit insignia is sky blue shield for the infantry with a gold band taken from the arms of Alsace, where the regiment first saw combat service in 1918. The ragged tree trunk represents the Meuse-Argonne campaign in World War I. The personnel who established the 54th Infantry Regiment originally came from the 6th Infantry Regiment. Their green ladder is taken from the crest of the 6th Infantry Regiment and represents the ladders that scale the walls of Chapultepec in the Mexican War in 1847. The 6-pointed star is the insignia of the 6th Division, while the chainmail foot commemorates the march from the Vosges to the Argonne and back to southern France.
To be honored in colors. Center. Court. Sir, persons to be honored in colors are present. Bring your units to present arms. Present arms. Present arms. Detachment, present arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for honors to the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Detachment, hors d'oeuvres, march! Bring your units to order arms and parade rest. Hors d'oeuvres, arms! Parade rest! Hors d'oeuvres, arms! Parade rest!
The infantry soldiers graduating today come from many parts of the United States. The flags of the 50 states displayed here today symbolize the broad base of our national defense. The company standing before you conducted a turning blue ceremony yesterday because blue is the color of the infantry. This ceremony climaxes with the decoration of each graduating soldier receiving the coveted symbols of an infantryman, the cross rifle insignia with blue background discs and the blue infantry corps. Turning blue signifies the rite of passage of these soldiers to carry on the finest traditions of the infantry. The infantry crossed rifles, blue disc, and blue cord mark these soldiers as qualified to be the finest soldiers in the world, United States Army infantrymen. The soldiers most responsible for the training of infantrymen are drill sergeants. Each drill sergeant is carefully selected by the Department of the Army. At this time, the drill sergeants of the cycle for Foxtrot Company, 1st Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment, and Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment will recite the Drill Sergeant Creed.
I am the drill sergeant. I will assist each individual in their efforts to become a highly motivated, well-disciplined, physically and mentally fit soldier, capable of defeating any enemy on today's modern battlefield. I will instill pride in all I train, pride in self, in the Army, and in country. I will insist that each soldier meets and maintains the Army standards of military bearing and courtesy, consistent with the highest traditions of the United States Army.
I will lead by example, never requiring a soldier to attempt any task I would not do myself. But first, last, and always, I am an American soldier, sworn to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I am a drill sergeant.
This will defend